When I first started launching this company, the first step was to go through the product creation process. After that, it was a time to create a brand. And that is not something I had experience in or had the skill set for. So I started asking around to find a good graphic designer. I was looking for somebody not only had the technical skills to create a brand, but also someone who can really understand the passion and the thought process that I had and put that into a beautiful brand. So one of my friends actually recommended Eric, and we ended up meeting for the first time at a coffee shop, right?
I know, and that first meeting, it seemed to be at least an hour and a half. And we just sat down and we talked, and I explained the branding process to help you understand that a little bit more. But I remember going into this meeting thinking, here's another branding project, I love doing these, this is great. But I remember thinking, after talking to you and feeling your passion and your energy for this company and what you want to do and your mission, I just felt like this was going to be a branding project I remember for my whole career. I was very excited to work on it.
After our very first meeting, the next step was to go through the brand questionnaire that you sent me that evening. And one of the questions that really struck me was, it asked if I had a slogan for the brand, what that would be. Obviously, I didn't have a slogan for the company at that time, but I remember writing down its beauty or beautiful and going into the details of explaining what I really meant. It is more than the beauty outside, but it is the internal beauty, beautiful personality, savvy business women, and that there was so many things that I added into explaining what I meant there.
I just remember looking at this questionnaire and just feeling pride in what you were trying to accomplish, and very excited to move forward with this brand. And I took that short list back home and did my own research and my own brainstorming and my own process at home to come up with a really condensed short list of words. And I remember one of them being actually Gaia. Sound just like your name, but spelled a little differently. And we both thought that that was a really cool word to use. But how did you feel about that name?
Yeah, I love the meaning of it, but at the same time, I couldn't pull myself to call my own company by my name. So I knew that we needed to do a little bit more research and make a little bit smaller twist to some of those words. So I remember that night sitting in front of the computer really late, just going on the internet and researching for different names and different words that had different meanings, even in some other languages and other cultures. And then happened to come across this word, a Greek word, Kalan, and I just fell in love with the meaning of Kalan, which means it's the beauty that is more than skin deep, your internal beauty, and the savviness and the personality, exactly what I described on that questionnaire.
We came up with the name of the company from that brainstorm meeting, and it was truly inspired. You have Kalon and Gaia, they're both really great words and they both have really great meanings. If you were to combine them and use the first letters of one and the last letters of the other, you would come up with the word Kalaia. And I remember texting that to you along with a couple of others, and what was your initial response?
Oh, I just fell in love with the meaning of it because Kalon represented the business opportunity, the entrepreneurship, the savvy women in my mind. And then Gaia, spelled G-A-I-A, is Mother Earth, which resonate with our products, the natural ingredients from around the world. So it was just a perfect combination of our two main pillars of the company.
So the next step obviously is to come up with a logo, and we both agreed that this logo needed to encompass all of those wonderful words and adjectives and phrases that we come up with in our brainstorm meeting, which can be quite a task. But as we go through this logo right now, we can explain how we incorporated all those things into it. first one is that this logo is round, which represents the global company that Kalaia is or will become. There were other little icons and hidden meanings in this logo. Like, what do you see?
The women, which represents savvy business women, but also holding hands represents the community and supporting each other, which is what we're all about, the empowering each other, empowering female entrepreneurs.
Yes, and then remember, above the women, there's that little icon that represented leadership and power that women can have in their businesses, but also in their communities.
Yes. And then we have the heart that represents our charity, the give back, which is Kalaia Cares, something that's really close to my heart. Within few months after our initial meeting, we have come up with a brand and a logo, also a name that is so powerful, and also incorporated all of those initial things that I had in mind and what I wanted this brand to be. Kalaia is going to be a global company and a household name and a brand around the world. I'm so proud to be part of Kalaia, and I hope you are too. This is not just our brand, it is your brand too. Regardless of how you are being part of the Kalaia movement, I hope you're proud to stand behind a brand that means so much and making an impact around the world.